So the football community loves Andy Reid.
My gosh.
There's a lot to love there, too. I mean,
Right.
He's a wonderful man. He's coached for 21 straight years. You and I both know he's had heartache on the field and off the field. He's always been the same man. The funny thing about him is because, we covered him for a ton of years in Philadelphia, and I thought of all the coaches that I saw who lasted a long time, he was the one guy I thought really needed a year off. And I even said it on the air at one point, and then I talked to him, when he took the Kansas City job, and I said, "Did you think about taking a year off?" He said, "Absolutely not." And Kansas City got, right on the phone after he was let go by the Philadelphia Eagles. He's a coach. He's a wonderful man. I'm so happy for him and for the family. And so Tammy was on the stand yesterday along with him, and she's been his rock through all of these years, and it's great. It's just so good because. I remember when I did the Super Bowl with John Madden back in 2005 when Pittsburgh met Seattle in Detroit.
Yep.
And I think John at the top of the show said about Bill Cowher, he said, this is the but. Bill Cowher is a great coach, but. So Andy finally got rid of the but, and there's no question that someday he will be making a speech in Canton.
I agree with you. Al Michaels here on the Rich Eisen Show, and another reason why, because we were talking about it with Mooch, who goes way back with Andy Reid to the Green Bay days, is he's got 220 some odd career wins, and he's got a quarterback who just became the first human to win a league MVP and a Super Bowl and not yet be 25. I mean, and Andy's a young man in his early 60s. He wants to keep coaching 10 more years. You could just do the math. With Mahomes staying healthy, knock on wood, I mean, you could be talking about another 100 wins for him regular season, and who knows, playoffs. Obviously, we have to see it, but you could envision it right now.
No, there's no question. I mean, I think, yes. I mean, they could go rolling down this next decade and win it 3 or 4 times at this particular point. But then again, look, you never know when a kneecap gets dislocated and you can't put it back in. So you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, the injuries, of course, are so gigantic. You look at Tom Brady's career, he only had that one injury that made, the knee on opening day back in 2008. They still won 11 games, I think, that year, but mathematics took them out of the playoffs. So, that's the dynasty we think about. We think about the 49ers back in the 80s and 90s. You had Montana, and you had Young, and you had Walsh. And, Seifert inherited that team and won a couple of Super Bowls as well. Yeah, I mean, when you look at Kansas City and the way that organization is structured, I mean, they're very, very solid. The Hunt family we know about obviously from the beginning of time, Lamar founding the franchise and the American Football League, Clark taking over right now. Brett Veach, who I know you'll have on the show later, has done a great job internally. They're set up the right way. They've got a great thing going right now, and they've got a lot of stars. And this is a team that last year, I mean, they were able to sustain the loss of a guy who led the league in rushing the year before. People forget about that too. Kareem Hunt goes out. So, and then Tyreek Hill had his issues and all of that. So it wasn't all, candy and candies and flowers there, but they were able to get through everything. And that, I think, is really what Andy Reid is great at. He's really good at assessing every situation, getting it right, and away they go.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.